pass the ad roll. Don't fall. Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to another episode of my fantabulous live stream, where we get to talk about beer, about blades, and usually, quite often, when the spirit moves us, about bushcraft. Excuse me. I hope everyone's having a good night and that everyone can hear me fine. We had to do some more work on this mic after the last live stream, which is the panel discussion. Before we get to let's do the housekeeping first. If in fact you are watching us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next year, thank you for your eyes. I love seeing the comments appear under the show notes after the fact. Makes me happy to know that you're watching and hopefully enjoying. You're not hate watching, even when you cannot participate in the side chat. If at any point tonight you really, really like what's going on, I invite you to hit that thumbs up. If at any point tonight you kind of hate what's going on, that's okay. The frowny thumb works just as well as the smiley one. And if you'd like to take a more active role in supporting the channel, as several in the side chat already have, then I invite you to check out the join button. You'll see 2 tiers of membership and what each tier gets you for your hard-earned dollars or pounds, whatevs. Before we go too much further tonight, I do want to make 3 announcements. First, I would like to thank the man on the street for this lovely replacement bottle for the one that I bottled down recently. So we're going to do this and this. Should that become like a semi-regular feature? Replace the blue bottle. Second, I would like to congratulate Russell from Raspberry Rock for recently hitting 60,000 subscribers. I think it was last week or the week before. And third, okay, we had to ban someone last week because she was going after one of the panel guests. I've been thinking about it a lot. In fact, we banned someone. Russell banned her before I could get around to it. And I think that was the right course of action. In sort of comparing notes, we realized that she's someone who's already been banned from both of her channels, coming back with a different name. She gone. She may come back. It doesn't sit right with me that she got in as many shots as she did before we realized, who she was and what we should do. So, especially because when I'm doing a panel discussion or an interview, I really I'm guilty of letting the side chat sort of go on autopilot and just interacting with the person who's, giving us their time. So, mods, you are now empowered. If you feel that someone is going after someone, shut them down. Okay, you can mute them if you want, but if it's really looking kind of uncomfortable, you can ban them. Tell me who it was and why. But because everyone who shows up on screen on my channel is volunteering. They're giving us all their time. This looks a little bright. It's a volunteer gig for these people, okay? And I don't think it's fair that they should come on giving of themselves and end up being treated the way Kevin was last week. Yeah, I'm going to keep these off. So that's that. I work really hard to grow this channel and to make it a place where everyone feels comfortable. This is why we don't talk pew-pews or we don't talk politics. I don't tend to rag on anyone on the channel. The old sort of saying, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. I try my damnedest to live that on screen. Because in private life, I'm a potty mouth. I'm angry all the time, and I'm just unpleasant. Let's face it. Russell knows this. But I want everyone in the side chat, all of you, to be comfortable chit-chatting in the side chat, maybe coming on screen every now and again. Okay, I'm not talking about like safe space, like we're not free to explore ideas. I'm saying I don't want anyone going after each other. So, mods, if you see someone really going after someone, maybe drop me a private message, but you have the power to act on it. Okay. You always did, but I guess I never really made that absolutely clear. So, moving right along. Here's the beer for tonight. It's a blonde, and I think it's kind of old, but we're going to see. We're going to see. The date on the bottom is either the best before date, which was last September, or it was the date of its brewing, creation, whatever. I'm hoping it's not the best before date. But hey, we're about to find out. I'm not a big fan of blonde beer, but this is literally the only beer we have left. I did not have time to go and get anything. So, let's check out the pour, shall we? Is this on the camera? Are we on camera with the pouring? That is the worst accent ever. You know what? I just reminded myself. I'm going to tell you guys about the gigging weekend I just had. The reason I missed Books Fest last Friday. Well, it's still bubbling away. So, shall we give it a little tasty poo? Smells hoppy. It's still good, but it ain't great. Okay. Yeah, too hoppy for me. Too lager-esque. What is it? Blonde. Ale blonde. So it's a blonde ale. This Kolsch style blonde ale has discrete malty notes. There's a spelling error. It's not an English speaking province, okay, guys? That balance out subtly and harmoniously. Its refreshing complexity gives it an extra light character that combines perfectly with its aromatic and lemony side. Whatever. It's all marketing piffle. How do I sound, by the way? I'm really hoping this. I'm really hoping this thing is squared away. That is so true. But I mean, oh yeah, I want to make that clear though. Like, guys, it's okay to rib each other. Like, literally, I'm telling my mods that if there's a general consensus that someone is really being an arsehole, give them the smackdown. Don't sanitize the side chat. When you guys are ribbing each other, I like that. It's fun. So I'm going to go, oh my land, look at all them comments. I'm going to go and see if I can say hi to everyone who's coming in, spending some time with us. First in tonight is Peanut Trucker. How's it going? Freezing your arse off in Wyoming. It's been kind of warm lately, like -5, -1. Tomorrow night, we're supposed to do a drop. We're supposed to drop off the ledge down to like -13. Destiny Fitzgerald. Bonjour tout le monde. Bisous. Et bisous à toi, Destiny. Bienvenue. Peanut Trucker bringing the reality back. Christy's here, and Christy and Destiny are both channel members. Say it with me, people. Personal heroes of mine. Everyone's saying hi, so I'm just going to skip that. There's David Evans. Also, he's a mod and a channel member. So that's 2 tiers of personal herotude. -1 down there right now. Peanut Trucker, nice. So it's not too bad. Wait, is that -1 Canadian or is that -1 freedom? Because that might be frigid. Excuse me in the house. Saying hi to all the peeps. Grace Martin, channel member, personal hero of mine. Saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Cannot stay long. Dropping in to say a quick hello. Fair enough. Thanks for popping in. I've done that to a couple of live streams lately. Russell, man, I do not have a trailer. I need time. I want to make it a trailer. I want to make a trailer. I want to use that Streamlabs thing that we worked on the other day. But if I do the Streamlabs thing, I can only have one guest on without paying for it. This is where OBS, greater sign than the Streamlabs, because it's straight up free. The reason why Streamlabs got in trouble and had to take the OBS branding off is because they have a paid tier, whereas OBS is, it's open source. Yeah, it's freeware. Just saying hello. Ian. Hi, Ian. Ian's a channel member. Nice to see you. That's a good point. I do a new unique trailer all live. I'd like to have something with a countdown. I spent an hour putting together some screens for when I do finally have the chutzpah to try a live stream with the Streamlabs. But I don't have the actual countdown trailer yet. Were you timed out, Destiny? No. Absolutely not. You were definitely not timed out. Bathtub beer tonight. Oh, are you back to the bathtub beer convo? Oh, no. Excuse me. A eulogy. Do I even want to know what happened? Peanut Trucker says, well, I mean, good luck with that. What do you say to something like that? I hope it... Sleep well tonight. You will probably need it. Russell, he's an okay guy, right? He's okay. He's okay. Uh-oh. David's got a headache. That sucks. Two things I cannot handle are a headache and nausea, which is why I never get like 3 sheets to the wind anymore, because I can't handle the feeling of being left hungover. Carol's here. How's it going? I wish I could have seen some of Canoe Hound. My wife was giving a presentation of some sort to a class in her field at McGill, and then she had a school meeting for the grad committee, and so I was taking care of the kids, and she got home late, and her meeting went on late, so I thought this night was going to go like clockwork, and it went like clockwork if the clock is running down. Everyone's just saying hi. Cooking squirrels. I told you I got a recipe that calls for 13 squirrels. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of the book. It's too bad. Yeah, I forgot to get cheese. Oh well. I wasn't quite running around in a panic. I was walking quickly. And I was irate. You see, now why you gotta go there? Why I gotta go there, David, huh? Whiskey Harbor, how's it going? How are you tonight? Whiskey Harbor's got a membership logo on him, which means he's a personal hero of mine. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, you guys heard the drums. Squirrels are looking for us. Now, what? You guys. Sean Alaska, you were told there would be a trailer. You live in a trailer, Holmes. There's always a trailer for you. Linda's there. How's it going? Yeah, I have an appointment to get my eyes checked this week, but like if I put them on, I can't see. Like everything's fuzzy. And these are supposed to be what do you call it? They're for seeing far here, and then they gradually go to seeing like computer distance here. Progressives. But my eyes have gone to shift. So made an appointment for me and for Cody tomorrow to get our eyes checked. And then we will look at the glasses purchasing decisions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Did I say hi to you, Jerry? Gary? Now I don't remember if you're a Jerry or Gary because I've been taking the piss out of you for so long. Oh, Jerry. I think it's Jerry. Because you said hard G. Okay, so David says the sound is good tonight. That's good because I've been pissing around with this mic and setup for weeks, trying to get it to where it's supposed to sound rather than how I've been sounding. Steve Grounds in the house. How's it going? Steve Grounds has a membership icon. We all know what that means. Personal hero. Kill Commando in the house, soon to be in the cabin. Yeah, I love it. I'm just trying to catch up here. Okay, so this is what sweet gift. Yes, David. My plan is to find a place to do this. Build a set of shelves to just put all my whiskeys on. Because right now they're all just sort of sitting along one of the wall-mounted workbench in the back room, which makes it really. It's not good for shooting videos in there, and a lot of dust flying around when I'm woodworking and stuff. So I want to build like a set of shelves and just put all the whiskeys there, but like make them kind of presentable. Like I don't want to have it like 3 whiskeys deep. I want to have them all like visible so that I can shoot in front of that, and it makes like a nice, beautiful whiskey backdrop. You know what I'm saying? So if anyone wants to come and help me build a shelving unit of some sort, excuse me. Good old David deleted several of her comments, but now you feel empowered. Good. Go for it. Look, if worst comes to worst, just spend one live stream deleting the hell out of the person's comments and maybe like timing them out, and then ping me later and we'll discuss about whether or not to. Like, it kind of depends, right? Because great person, belligerent drunk is still someone reducing the quality of the experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you feel that maybe it's something we have to discuss, just keep deleting their comments and muting them, and then we'll talk about it, offline. Yeah, Jerry, you missed. Yeah, it wasn't fair to my guests. Shauna says, "Hey, thumbs up, folks." Yes, so I've got currently 21 people viewing, but I do not know how many thumbs up I have. 22 watching now, 18 thumbs ups. Well, you guys gotta hurt my feelings. Huh? Well, you guys gotta hurt my feelings. Permission to give the smackdown. Yeah, that Team Peanut Trucker. That was funny. What was that for? Why did I call you that night? What was that? I don't remember. It was funny, though. Linda, I'm always tired. I'm constantly tired. I'm always tired. Something exciting happened this week, though. Yesterday, we registered our youngest daughter for pre-K at the same school as her sister's at. I mean, her sister won't be there anymore next year because she's going to high school, but the idea of not hauling my cookies across town there and back in the morning and then there and back right after work makes me feel giddy, because it completely changes the cast of my entire life. Because right now, every single day, I'm like, Kitty, eat your waffle. We gotta go. And I'm running around, and it's stressful. Voom there, voom back. Traffic is a nightmare. Blah blah blah. Oh, a truck turned over. I get back and I'm late for work, which means I suddenly don't have an entire hour for my lunch because I can't leave late to go and get her. Because if I'm late picking her up, we do get charged by the minute, and that's just the way daycares here work. So if I don't get an entire lunch hour, then anything, like any errands I had planned to do for that lunch hour, suddenly I can't do all of them. So I end up with to-do stuff piling up. And it's just, so I'm constantly running, and I'm always stressed. And so the idea that it'll be an 800-meter walk instead of driving all the way downtown and back, I'm a little giddy, because it means maybe I won't be tired all the time. Excuse me. David Evans is flogging my memberships, which is great. Sean in Alaska likes the audio, which is also great. This is a very low output mic, which is why I've got this load lifter here. Brings up the signal a bit, but I might still be able to get away with turning it up a bit more. I don't know. I'll listen to this whenever I get the time and see if maybe I can bring it up a bit. If Russell has the patience to do another hour or two of futzing around with me on the sound quality stuff. David is planning things. If we boot everybody, then we have just ourselves and Al, of course. Okay, so Shawnee, interesting question, because the conceit has always been that I try a new beer for the first time with you guys, and I have done that 94% of the time. There have been a few. Okay, I pulled that percentage right out of the ether, but almost every time it's been something new. There have been a couple of times where I just grabbed something out of the fridge because I hadn't had time to buy something. Excuse me. Whew. Excuse me. I love it. The mods are getting uppity, so here's Peanut Trucker. We all love each other in the side chat. No fighting here. Yeah, I remember that too. Russell saying that he lubes everyone. It's a family show, guys. Oh, Omar changed his name. Okay. All right, well, welcome back, Omar. Hold on a sec. I've got to get rid of this. It's sticking me in the back. Hey, you guys want to see some money I spent in the past week? It'll take you guys forever to answer, so I'm just going to show you. I wasn't looking to spend any money, but I got me a grown-up tripod. It's a little heavier than I was hoping it would be, though. It's got a video-specific head. It's a ball head and a fluid head. It was on Wicked sale. Otherwise, I could never have afforded this. But it's really nice. It's how does it work again? Oh yeah, there we go. I almost that almost blew my other screen there. So yeah, I had to buy this because I broke my other one. And this was a whole lot less money than a new camera if the other one pitched over while I was filming. So yeah. This kind of purchase, I mean, it's a very nice tripod, and I have a certain comfort with this name because the entire time I was in film school, all of our tripods were Manfrotto. But I don't get the fizz off of a tripod. So it was a few $100 I spent on what I find to be kind of a boring purchase, you know? And it's a lot heavier than my old one was. But I'm going to try to sort of glue that one together and use it to show Camille how to shoot, you know. I think that this summer we're going to do some father-daughter videoing. I mean, we already do. It's just she's been using her iPad, and then I bought her one of those little flip camcorders, the same one as they use in her video production day camp in the summer. So, oh yeah, so I said hi to Omar with his new name, Homie Omi. That's a good name. I like that. How's it going, Mr. Longs, Mr. Quest, Mr. Skip, Mr. Member, Mr. Personal Hero? Oh my snap! The Love Boat theme, Steve. So on I think it was Facebook or one of those pointless socials. I saw like Captain of the Love Boat and and Captain Picard and like how they're all the same, and so I had the theme to the Love Boat in my head like yesterday. Have I caught up? No, I have not caught up. Oh, it's not a hangover. Ah, David, I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I hate a wicked headache. I can't stand it. You know, I'm one of these guys who talks a lot about no regrets and everything, and I really try to live a no regrets lifestyle. Lifestyle. That's not the right word. No regrets life, I guess. But if I'm lying in bed with a wicked headache and or nausea, like just not feeling well, all the regrets that I purport not to feel just claw at my brain. You know, I'm not feeling well. Every stupid decision or every bitchitude I've done to someone or just every all the ways in which I'm not living the life I thought I would live, they just prey on me. And you guys know that I have a real tendency towards depression anyway. But if I'm not feeling well and I'm lying there just like, oh, take me now, all that stuff just boom, just like lands on me. Probably one of the reasons I don't like having a headache or nausea. Oh, you bought a mound of cheese. Oh, no. Oh, it was a small stick of mozzarella. I bought matzo poppers, matzo, you know, the little breaded things in the frozen section. Bought those for Camille because she loves them. Uh, Apparently, Dennis's show is excellent tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. I saw like 5 minutes of it, but as I said, everything was kind of off the rails for us tonight. Oh yeah, the glass, yeah, progressives exactly. Um, Everyone's saying hi, hello. Yes, my sound is bang on. I am so happy. Who's talking about Arnie? Was I talking about Arnie? What's going on? What am I missing? Hey there, Hike with Mike in the house. Yeah, Russell timed her out a bunch of times. Yeah, yeah. It was talking about her that we realized that she was someone we've dealt with in the past. And like now, I think about it. I'm like some of the things she's said over the past little while. Like, oh yeah, yeah, that tracks. And her whole sort of divide and anyway, I'm not. I don't want to like. I don't want to bring down the energy here because I'm so pissed off at her, or not. I'm not pissed off at her. I don't care about her. I think she's got a really crappy life, and I don't. But her having an effect on my live stream could make me really grump out at you guys about it. Like, well, why was she? But I don't. I don't want to bring down the energy here. It's another week. I found that the panel discussion was a raging success last week. I'm very happy about it. I was excited to be getting back into stuff like that. I want to ride that high instead of letting that useless human drag me down, and by extension, you guys. Um, Let me just. Yeah, I would love to find an hour. Here's what I want to find hours for. To find in the day somewhere. Really dial in the sound the rest of the way if it's not good enough right now. Make a trailer for my for my live stream. 10, 9, 8. He'll be here soon. Profit. Okay. You have nothing but time on your hands. You got time and a glorious cabin and a fabulous beaver pond. We had a bad accident here. A 31-year-old jumped over. Oh, that's not an accident. And that's somebody's big black dog being too heavy for them. Those stories are not good. I wish I could tell you guys what my wife does for a living because I have bad days and I work in a company where I shouldn't tell you guys anyway because it's very whatever cloak and dagger and all that crap. But when she has a bad day, it blows my bad days right the hell out of the water. And man, something absolutely horrible happened last week. But anyway, should I review it? That's a good question, because Russell says he's looking forward to a review of the tripod. Do you think I should do it like a gear review? That would fit, right? Because I mean, a lot of the people watching me are also YouTubers, and it'll go to the forest. You think it's reviewable? Reviewable? Like, I didn't review this new camera, but I don't know if like those sort of techie reviews are going to be interesting to people on this channel. But if you guys think I should do a poll. Okay, now to do that, I have to be in the YouTubeage. Engage with my audience. Start a poll. Should I review? I just blew the spelling of should. Should I review my new tripod? Yes, no. Bam. I mean, bam. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying bam. I put up a poll. I almost never put up a poll, but I did tonight. There's a poll, and I did that. I made that. That's me in action, making polls. Look at me making polls. Hike with Mike says, the world seems like it's going insane these days. I agree. I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole because I might get political and then I will lose friends. But Russell needs a new tripod, especially when you... Well, yes, Russell. Yes. This tripod was expensive enough that if I break it, I'm going to be heartbroken about it. But not expensive enough that it's like a really high-end. That it's a really high-end tripod. If you want, I'll send you the link to it later. I was thinking about that, David. I just don't think I have enough subs. Like I used to have like an Amazon affiliate link, but at that point I had like 1,500 subs, and it wasn't worth it for Amazon to keep me. So I'm thinking, like, if I hit 5,000 subs, I'll set up some Amazon goodness. But yeah, unless you mean like I have to, you know what? Tabernouche. Beer on my keyboard. My stupidly expensive Apple keyboard. Dumb keyboard. Dumb keyboard. You will note, guys, that I am keeping my hands off of my mouse tonight so that I don't kick myself out of my own live stream again. But I did earlier today turn off all the multi actions or whatever it's called when you scroll pages by moving your fingers on the mouse. Cozy Corner, how's it going? Yes, I think it's a very nice tripod. I'm not as comfortable with it yet as I was with the one that I broke. So it's a little slower to set up and dial in than the other one, but it is a way better tripod than the other one. You have several Lipstick Lodge, which is Linda, has several tripods, but you need one to hold your phone. No, you can use your same tripods. You just need I don't know where it is. You just need like a little attachment. No. It's not up there. But I have just left like a little attachment that screws onto the tripod head that I put my phone into. If you've got a whole bunch of tripods, you have one for your phone. You just need to buy the little bit. Yes, Facebook is still on. I was talking about this to someone yesterday. I feel so trapped by all the social media that I'm on. But for reasons that are related to YouTubing or band, I can't just off-gas them. I am about to drop Twitter, though. My patience is at an end. But yeah, so I feel kind of trapped by the Facebook and the Instagrammage and all that stuff. Especially when I lost control of my Instagram and finally got it back, I was like, is it worth my while to keep this up? And I haven't decided yet. But I would keep Instagram way longer than I'd keep Facebook. That's for damn sure. Lord Vader in the house, and Lord Vader is a channel member, which means personal hero. Chris Evans. Oh, could you imagine starting a YouTube channel about your regrets? Every week is a different regret. I could tell you guys some wicked regrets. I don't want to because again I'm gonna take down the energy here, but oh, that's your old nickname. Okay, I like it. I like it. City Girl wanted me to get bacon mozzarella or hors d'oeuvres. That's not how you spell hors d'oeuvres, dude. But I couldn't find them, so I got ham mozzarella hors d'oeuvres. Did you get the mozzarella or the d'oeuvres? I'm so funny. Oh, hey. Oh, I should probably put my...
Can anybody actually spell hors d'oeuvres without looking it up?
Because I can't hear him otherwise. I was just all like bibbling and babbling.
I just said, can anybody actually spell hors d'oeuvres without looking it up?
Well, if you live in French Canada, you can.
Of course.
Tim, leaving hospital now, about to drive Sunset Boulevard to the beach, taking the beach route home. Hope you're doing good. I'm all right. I hope you're doing good. Hope all is constantly on the mend over there.
Can you give me the model of that tripod? I want to look it up.
Sure.
Here's the thing about tripods.
Yep.
It's like 9 times out of 10, they don't completely die on you. You've just kind of mucked something up. Like one of the clasps doesn't work anymore. So and it's a shame to throw them out when, they're still mostly functional, just not as functional as they were. So you end up with all these tripods hanging around.
Yep. I'm finding it for you right now.
I feel like almost sound like I'm stuffed up. It's my left ear. Messed up again.
Your left ear?
Yep.
So should I post this in the side chat?
If you want, you can just tell me.
On manfrotto.com/ca-en. I'll just put it in the side chat.
I was going to look on Amazon.
Oh, I looked on Amazon first, but it's like all their tripods are like newer sort of level stuff.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, holy butt ticklers. That's like 3 times as expensive as my most expensive tripod.
Yeah, same here. Absolutely.
But if it's good. Oh, there it is.
David liked last week's tripod live stream. Thanks, David. Yeah, it was fun. I love doing that.
Wow, it's even more expensive on that site. Oh man, how could you do that, Jess?
Yeah, and the thing is, because it's my other one was light as a kitten. This one is as light as a large dog.
Are you sure that's the one you bought? Because it's only got 2 clicky things on it.
2 clicky things?
2 clasps on each leg. Wait, pick up your tripod.
Oh,
Does it have 2 or 3?
Well, it's got two clasps, right? So each leg is 3 sections. But it extends to like maximum height is 173.3 centimeters. Now I'm 167 centimeters. Okay.
I think I'm 180.
Oh well, that doesn't surprise me. You look like that.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a hobbit.
Good things come in small packages. Okay.
Sure, Sam.
This conversation can get really awkward really fast, actually. So moving right along.
We're on our way to Mordor. Here we go with Jess and Russ.
Michael
I'll
R
be your Gandalf.
is saying that Russell will make you depressed for sure. Russell's a nice guy.
I don't think I make people depressed, do I?
No,
I
no,
thought it was pretty funny. I
yeah,
deep down in my heart, I know I'm a funny guy.
yeah. Omar says 100% I should review it. It looks like a couple of people are saying I should review it. So maybe, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Shawnee says I'm going to gain some muscle lugging that around the forest. Absolutely. Um,
You have
I
zero
oh
people
look who's
think you
here.
shouldn't do it.
Dr. Sharp is here. How's it going, Doctor? Nice to see. Um, I'm just sort of seeing if I can make sure that I'm caught up with everything. Um, yeah, heck with Mike. I'm all my mice and keyboards are wireless too. I have to make sure that I shut them down at night. Jewish Redneck
This is
Prepper is here.
this
How's it
is the,
going?
I figured this out pretty quick on mine. This button goes back
Yeah,
in browser.
I have
Yeah,
that mouse as well, and I just
let's test it.
he's just trying to make me feel better. Um,
Yep.
well, that's exactly what I've been doing, right?
But I've learned not to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think I'm sort of caught up.
But I really do like this mouse, though. These simple
I do
Logitech
too.
mice.
I think it's a terrific mouse. Yeah, it's the same mouse as me. I love this mouse. Absolutely.
Yeah, it works perfect. And one thing I really like is that when the batteries start running low, it just stops working. Like it doesn't like sort of stop working
Yeah, no, just
for
hey, you
several
know what?
days.
I'm done. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Um, Omar says it's shots time. What time is it? We're about a quarter to shots time. Dr. Sharp
What
has
is it?
been busy.
Scotch time, I think.
Rebel with an O, proper plural for mice. I would say, yeah, it's mice
Meese.
even for these, right? Mises.
It's meese.
I hate Mises to pieces. Um, oh yeah, so I was gonna story time about my gigs this weekend,
Oh yeah, let's
and then
hear
I
this.
forgot about it. So this weekend
Here
was
we
a
go.
hot mess. Okay, it wasn't completely negative, but it was not. It wasn't our worst gig ever. One day I'll tell you about that. But it sure as hell was nowhere near the top 30. Um, Hockey night on Saturday. Home game for the Habs, playing the Maple Leafs. Okay. So on any other weekend, if there are Easterners in town for a hockey night, they're wearing Habs jerseys because the Habs are like the quasi official team of Eastern Canada because it's the closest team. But when the Leafs are in town, the Eastern Canadians who are Leafs fans sort of come out from under their rocks or whatever. I mean, I don't watch hockey, so I don't care about any of this. But the fans really freaking do. So the night before hockey night, so on Friday, the bar was full of Eastern Canadians, like I mean Maritimers and Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. You know, in Leafs jerseys because I mean they came all the way to Montreal to watch the game, so they're gonna go out on the Friday night and they're gonna have a good time, right?
People from Newfoundland there
There were
just to watch the
Newfies,
game.
there were Labradorians, there were yeah. Are you kidding? People come from like Halifax to watch the hockey when it's in town.
Oh, I
Um,
see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
yeah. So, Peanut Trucker's out because he keeps buffering. All right. Good night, Chris. Um, so I mean, every now and again, there's like a Bruins fan, right? Because of course. I mean, that's like the two big. What's the English word for the rivalries are like Montreal Boston and to a certain extent Montreal Toronto, right? And so, anyways, these guys are getting three sheets to the wind, okay, and when it's a backwards ball cap and jersey crowd, there's a real sort of specific energy to the room. So like You know, and they're just getting stupid. And at one point, one guy who is like stumbling around drunk imagined a slight from another guy or something and started trying to kick the sand with this guy. Starting pushing, and it's like it's about to descend into a fight. So David, my singer, sort of just says into the mic, "Can we have a bouncer here, please?" So the bouncers came and just and took care of it. Because the thing about Hurley's is that the bouncers are really good. Like they're fast, and they can get someone out without the whole crowd even knowing what's going on. You know. But it was that kind of night, you know, real dumb guys, real sort of. On certain nights, when there is a certain set of people there, you know that if you walk into the men's room and there's a whole bunch of guys there, someone is going to say, "So this is where all the dicks hang out." You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of. So it was like a
Yep.
weird energy. There was a lot of. It was very energetic, but they weren't really giving a crap about the band. Even though these guys were all Eastern Canadian and we sort of do Eastern Canadian music. But they were here to, you know, to be Leafs fans together, and this is probably the best night of their year, right? So they, you know, we played, and it was kind of piss poor in many ways, but good in other ways, I guess. But then Saturday night, when it was actually hockey night, now there are two ways a hockey night goes. Either the Habs lost, so everyone's grumpy and they don't care about the music, or the Habs won, and everyone's happy and they don't care about the music generally. But you almost never have like a half Habs, half Leafs room. They're just not playing each other in Montreal often enough for this. So at one point, some guy gets stumbling drunk and stumbles, falls on the stage, shoots David's mic right into his mouth. It's like, oh, okay,
Oh, no.
we're having one of those nights. And like the women on these nights, like the ones who aren't there with their guys and, you know, hockey jerseys and everything, like the girls who usually come and see the band, they just they try to disappear as fast as they can because someone's always getting groped. Someone's always getting, you know, stuff. So this guy who fell against the mic, he also tried to start a fight. Again, bouncers. There were two of those that night. And one of these drunken guys, there was a couple sitting near us and a friend of theirs. I sort of got a Cape Breton feel off of them. Maybe Newfoundland, but I kind of felt more Cape Breton. So they got up to leave at one point during our second set, or maybe just the beginning of the third set. And someone did something rude with one of the women. And you do not do anything rude to the Eastern Canadian woman because she will punch the crap out of you. And it really looked, that's where she was going. She was in his face like, you know, whatever the hell he'd done, she was right pissed off about it. And she was like, right. But the thing is, they're about this far off the headstock of my bass. So if that got like into fisticuffs, it might have been expensive for me. But again, you know, bouncers came, calmed her down, ejected him. But it was one of those nights where, like, we see that these guys right here, they've all got like their arms around each other, but really too tight, and they're trying to dance and they're sort of swaying around. And those guys over there, they might be getting into a fight. He's asleep at the bar. And it's like when people are kind of dangerous and flopping around on the floor, we can't have fun because we're keeping an eye on them. We're trying to be all smiling and happy for everyone, but we're keeping an eye on them because are they going to fall on the stage at some point? Oh, they're getting pretty close. Okay, they swayed into that table. But it adds a layer of stress that makes it real hard to just let go, to just like be the band, you know? And so at the end of Saturday, by the time Peter and I got here, like there was no nightcap. There was no, you know, celebratory dram. We were just like, you know, he came down here and went to bed. I went upstairs and went to bed. And it was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and after playing in bars for 20 years now, I can tell you, bands have a way more jaded view of what's going on in a bar than the patrons do, right? We've seen all the same jokes, all the same cheers. You know, some guy walks in and an entire table's like, "What?" It's like, shut up. Piss off. You know? Cut it out. We're here to play music and you're interrupting us.
Sorry to interrupt you here for a sec, Jess. I got to pour a dram, but you go ahead.
Okay. Is it 10 o'clock yet?
Close enough that you should be pouring something.
Russell, what am I pouring? Is Al here?
I haven't seen him. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, well, I'm not opening that bottle if he's not here, so I'll pour something else. Of course, I put all the bottles away. Okay, I'm going to have the Teeling again.
There's a surprise.
The Teeling single. Well, it's because it's the only bottle I have on my desk. I put everything else away. It's a delicious freaking whiskey anyway, though. For those of you who are Irish whiskey aficionados, Teeling single malt. I would give you it is from Newmarket, Dublin, Ireland.
It's so cold.
Good. All right. I am going to see if anyone has come in and I have not said hi to. Like, for instance, you know, Deep Bay Homestead. How's it going? Nice to see you popping in. Hike with Mike does not follow sports except for World Cup every 4 years. I am pretty much the same with you, although I did not watch the last one. The whole Qatar thing. Sorry, the whole Qatar thing really pissed me off. Yeah, Montreal did well that night, which was weird because apparently Toronto's been having a great year, and Montreal, well, you know. Is Sharon here? I see Linda saying hi to Sharon, but I didn't see Sharon pop in. If you're here, hi, Sharon.
By the way, I'm having a Smithwick's Red.
Oh, you're having a Smithwick's. Nice.
Yeah, I was down in Belleville today, so I don't usually see good beers like this in the local store. Good stuff. Oh, hey, that reminds me. Jess, can you write this down? Is it possible for you to find a can of Innocent Gun in your local store?
I might, but I do not know. Hold on. Where's my pen going?
Okay, if you can look, because we should try a pairing next week. Innocent Gun and something.
Do you have blue still?
No.
Oh, because I was like, you want to give Al a heart attack and we'll do a pairing of Innocent Gun and blue?
No, I think Al would be okay with that, actually.
All right, I'm going to take a look for it this week when I get the time. Where would I find Innocent Gun? Aside from at like a pub. I'll take a look.
Sure.
I'll take a look.
Original. Not one of the... They now have several different ones.
Yeah. Okay. Michael R. says, Russell's puppies is Jess and David. I don't know what that means.
You can ignore everything that guy said.
Okay. Shawnee punched a guy once. Okay, good to know.
And then she married him, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah. Shawnee's having an Imperial Stout. Nice. Imperial Stout means it's kind of high octane, though, eh?
A Russian Imperial Stout.
Russian Imperial Stout. Jess King in the house. How's it going?
Wait,
through a blizzard.
Sorry, a Russian Imperial Stout by Surly Brewing. So did it come from Russia, or is Russian?
No, Russian Imperial it's a style. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep. It's her husband she punched, which is funny because the way I ended up with the woman who's probably asleep upstairs is I met her. We were both working at Starbucks. I had burnt out of my career at that point, so I had two jobs. I was working at a pub and I'm working at Starbucks because working service is terrible. And she was my shift lead at Starbucks. And one night we got along great, shall we say? And one night, she elbowed me, like she was pressing her elbow against me and bruised one of my ribs. Like we both heard this click, and I just sort of sank to the ground. She's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "It's okay," but I knew at that moment that she's the one. Now, as to why she was elbowing me, I was holding her from behind, and I had her polo shirt like this, and I was pouring a Starbucks sized scoop of ice cubes down the front of her shirt. So it's not like I wasn't kind of asking for it.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the moment I was like, "She's the one." Oh, look at this, Darth Vader. Lord Vader says, "An Imperial stat sounds like a good choice. Always support the Imperials."
Lord Vader.
Oh, it's available at the SAQ. Okay. All right, I'll see if it's available at my SAQ or if I have to order it from the onlines.
Oh, that's a bottle though.
I didn't know you could get it in cans. I've only ever had it in bottles.
I have another beer that for the first time in I don't know how long I actually brought bottles of beer to the cabin here.
Oh, you
'Cause I
usually
found
only bring. Yeah, I just blew that
cans.
entire sentence. I'm going to say that
Cans.
again. Is it because you
Cans.
can throw them off your porch without fearing the?
No, it's because I can crush cans. Like they got to go back to town, right? You can't
Yeah.
crush bottles.
Right.
So the 150 cans I go through in a week, it's much easier to take them back.
Dude, I drink so rarely when I'm not on screen. Like I was gonna have a I say like a lot.
You're trying to lord it over me.
I was gonna have a whiskey while I was sitting at my computer and doing stuff last night. Totally forgot to do it. Like so often, I'll be like, "I'm having a dram tonight. It's been a rough week. I'm having a dram. Oh, I have another open whiskey here." And then I'll just forget to do it because I start doing something, and I forget to have the dram. And then I'm getting ready for bed and thinking, I wanted a dram.
It's funny. I've never thought of Japan as being a place where you get blizzards and deep snow and stuff.
The pictures from Jess are showing us that it definitely is a
He
place.
definitely gets deep snow. I think he's got more snow there than we get here.
Yeah,
I think that's funny.
we recently got really dumped on, but it sort of melted away really. No, it was. We were buried for about 3 or 4 days, and then the winter took a break, and it went down to like 2 degrees kind of thing. It went up to around 2 degrees. Yeah. Okay. So Jess says only today, gonna be sunny tomorrow. Funny how that works, eh? I just want to see if. Just taking a look at the actual YouTube page. Okay, somebody has timed out Michael R. Okay,
He's gone.
probably a good way to deal with it. I don't know who that dude is.
It's funny because who's that other guy that sometimes comes in and tries to make fun of me, right? And I think he's not entirely wrong, which is the best part. But this other guy is he's just being a knob.
Yeah, I thought at
He's
first he
just
was
trolling.
sort of good naturedly because he was maybe someone from your channel and you guys had a, but I don't think so. I don't
Just
think
a
so. I don't
troll.
know who.
That one was just a troll.
Yeah. All right. You're out of here. Okay, it's 10:02. So hold on a second. It's an okay beer, but I'm not gonna buy it again. Maybe a half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead.
What am I? I gotta blow my nose. I'm stuffed up.
Be sharp. A little bit of A flat. You couldn't have turned off your mic for that?
You didn't want to hear that?
Shawnee, I also have an aquarium with some nice fish in it. At some point, my daughter went from being all about the fish to really not caring about the fish. So I don't know how long we're going to keep the aquarium, but I could watch fish for an hour and not even notice the time go. And the same with penguins. I could watch penguins all day and not even notice, that the day is gone.
Penguins, really?
Yeah.
There's a great video of a. No, actually, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that
Okay. All right. Good to
because
know.
now that I think about it, I don't think it was actually a penguin.
Oh.
Some bird that looks a lot like a penguin coming in for a landing,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I don't know what it was doing, but it hits once and then boom, 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 down the
Really?
hill. Like pretty funny,
Well, a penguin wouldn't be coming in for a landing since they don't fly,
right?
but the
That's why I
the
stopped
rolling
myself.
down the hill stupidly is very much penguin behavior. Very much penguin behavior.
Got it.
Weblord is telling. I don't know. Um, there was another story time I wanted to tell you. Hey, did I ever tell you guys about how I destroyed my original tripod? Like, did I say this in an earlier, like,
No.
a long time ago or something? Oh, what Destiny just said, I feel in a big way. I also miss Jacques Cousteau. Um, that guy was big in my, because I love all that stuff. I've said to you guys before that if I had the math, there are many scientific careers I would have liked to have done, and the whole sort of um, I don't know the word for what he did. Marine biologist and like all that kind of stuff I find fascinating. To me, anything under the ocean, which is funny because I'm terrified of really deep water, but anything under the ocean and anything in outer space, magic to me. Magic. I'll read everything that comes across my screen. I'll watch any video about underwater biology or, the processes or geology even, or outer space. And so the idea that Cousteau's ship, the Calypso, is just sitting there moldering away. It was supposed to be restored and everything because it sank, right? And they brought it up, and it's been halfway through a restoration forever, and it's a very expensive restoration. So who knows if they'll ever finish it? But I want to see that ship float. I want to stand on it one day, breathe in the Cousteau vibes. This is not what I was gonna. Hey, look who's here. How's it
I'm
going,
not
Dennis?
familiar with Jacques Cousteau much, although I am familiar with the SCTV parody of Jacques
Really?
Cousteau. Yeah, they're like, we're going. I can't do an accent, but we're going to go down the well now. What have we found?
I
A
love it.
bucket. A bucket.
Right. So before Destiny completely derailed me with mentioning Jacques Cousteau. Oh yeah. So the way I destroyed my first good tripod um,
Hmm.
was I was on an escarpment in Alberta. Is escarpment a word in English?
Yep.
Um, and the two other guys, like we were there for music, um, and we were on our way back from the festival gig we usually do to Calgary, and we stopped off at this nature blah blah reserve reserve something nature. Anyways, um, to get in some wicked hiking, and the hiking was fantabulous. And so there's this escarpment, and the other two guys aren't encumbered by camera and tripod or anything, so they go up it like a rat up a pipe. And so I'm trying to go up it like a rat up a pipe, but I'm having some trouble. And about halfway up, and halfway up meant pretty far off the ground, I realized I'm not going to make it. I'm losing my grip. I'm losing my balance. So something had to go, and it wasn't going to be the camera bag. So I just hurled the tripod behind me, grabbed onto the escarpment, like the branches and stuff, and just sort of settled myself. And I was like, oh, I got to go down and get that. Anyways, it took me like a half hour to get down, get the tripod, climb all the way back up again. But plastic parts don't do well when you toss them like 20 feet. down
know
into
that.
rocks.
I had that exact feeling once. I was coming around the corner of the deck, and I had a gel mug in my hand. I was shooting a special feature, and I lost my balance. And the only way to try and hopefully regain my balance was to whip the gel mug at the ground as hard as I could.
Oh, just sort of.
Yeah, to offset the way I was falling. Of course, I went, and I still fell down. But
Oh, you still fell down. Shite.
but I know the feeling of I got to whip this thing in an
Yeah.
alternate way to the way I'm falling.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Marcel's here too. How's it going? We got a good group here. Hey, I wonder how many thumbs ups I have. Thumbs ups I have. Wow, that's
Thumbs
weird.
up, easies.
I wonder how many people have hit the thumbs up. We got 28 people watching and 25 thumbs ups. Why does that sound so weird?
Thumbs up. 25 thumbs up.
Yep.
28 now.
Shawnee's got 3 flagfish. Don't know them. 3 angelfish. Good. Okay. Loaches, 6 bar plus Christmas moss and rooted plants. You must have a big tank. You must have a really big tank. Okay. We have a fairly small tank. I think it's 25.
That's rude to say to a woman. You realize that, Jess?
Yikes. Russell! Don't get me demonetized.
Well, it's true. I mean, Shawnee has a big tank.
Okay. Fine. But yeah, I won't be tossing this new tripod down an escarpment anytime soon. I thought it was gonna be a lot lighter. Like I thought this was gonna be a travel tripod, you know. If I'm car camping, it's a travel tripod. But I don't know. Maybe I just do like what was it Shawnee said? I'll just develop the muscles. Walk through the woods with it like this. Like I'm in NAM and it's an M16. I don't know.
Oh no, it looks more like a minigun, like a Gatling gun or something. Right?
Yeah,
like Schwarzenegger style.
Yeah. Or like, was it Aliens. Who was the one who had the minigun? What was her name? Vasquez.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Vasquez and her boyfriend.
Was it Vasquez? It was one of those.
Yep. Yeah, it was Vasquez.
Yeah.
The girl?
Yeah. Hey, Vasquez, you ever been mistaken for a boy, a guy, a man? No, have you?
Nope.
I don't remember the actual.
No, it was a man.
Yeah, a man.
I remember it. I've seen that movie so many times.
In some ways, that was my favorite Aliens film, but I thought the first one had a real nice ghosty quality to it. That the second one, I got a little Cameron, shall we say? But I really enjoyed the second one.
The first one was good, but they're different movies.
Yeah, massively different. Just seeing if everyone's get to the chopper. This live stream could very easily descend into movie trivia.
Yes, it could.
Peter Sawala is enjoying bourbon and provolone. Nice. I should get some cheese. Put it in a sled and pull it behind. Yeah, if I ever get to do the winter camping, yeah. Throw it in a pull it along with everything else. But like, you can get like a carbon fiber tripod that'll be as light as a kitten, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. Like this tripod was way too expensive for what I usually buy.
I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money either. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know why. I did that. I think I was so pissed off about breaking $100 or like $160 tripods. I was like, you know what? I'm getting something solid. But solid at this price range means heavy. No regrets. Remember? No regrets.
What? Who said that?
I try. But then every time I'm lying there with a headache, the regrets just come slamming down.
Yep.
Good old regrets. They wait. They wait.
This is the last one I bought. Last tripod I bought. It was a New Year.
Newer, yeah.
$70. No, that's not right. Nope, my bad. Where's the last one I bought?
Thought I had one here, but
I bought the same tripod like several times now.
oh, have you?
Oh my god, 3 times? How did that happen?
3 times? What?
And none of them are the ones I'm currently using.
Really?
Weird.
That's weird. Well, what are you currently using?
Well, it's good. It has a ball head.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But why don't I see it in my list?
I don't see it either.
Oh, there it is. Oh, KNF. Okay,
Weblord.
$120.
I
It
just
was
checked my email.
you what?
I was just telling you, Weblord did something nice. I just checked my email and discovered it.
Weblord. That guy.
Thank you, Weblord.
Okay, so for anybody who checked out Jess's new tripod, Russell's current tripod. David, is that the one you bought? Tell me.
David says he bought his. While you're doing that, I just want to say, Peter is expecting more tornadoes. Tornadoes. Early this morning, they suck and blow. I've only lived through one tornado, whatever it's called. I've only ever been through one, but I don't ever want to do that again. Yes, Canadian. I saw that tattoo meme. The no regrets. I love it. Oh, you have a dolly? Nice, Linda. I would love a dolly for certain contexts only, though, because you're right. Start again. Okay. I would like a dolly as well, Linda, but only in certain contexts. Like for most bushcraft stuff, kind of useless. But if I was doing like an axe restoration, like in the workshop or something, a dolly might come in really nice. But yeah, it's definitely not as useful generally as just having a good tripod for sure. So I just want to click on. Oh no. I was going to click on Russell's current tripod link, but then I just threw it up on screen. But oh yeah. So by the way, Peter. So please stay safe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, tornadoes. Stay safe. Don't die. Don't get injured. David says he got an earlier model. Okay, I'm going to go to the YouTube page so that I can right-click upon that and open in a new tab so that I can see. I have a lot of newer stuff, by the way. This light is newer. It's the 160. I think, it's not high-end stuff, but it really hits above its price point. You know what I'm saying?
Dave, I have the newer one, not the newer, but the newer tripod on there as well. One's $70 and one's $120. So there you go.
Not a massive difference between the two, but it's a noticeable one if you look at the percentage of 120 that 70 is. Shawnee says I should buy a canvas tent this year. Oh man, Shawnee, I cannot wait to buy a canvas tent.
What is Shawnee going to do with a canvas tent?
Gonna do some winter camping.
No,
it gets all the way down to like 30 degrees. Oh, Steve Matteau is here. I have all my logs cut and ready for the spring to get them milled for the siding of your cabin. Nice. Nice. Canadian also wants a canvas tent. I'm dying for it. I know exactly what I want. I just need to have the money for it. Because a canvas tent, like, cause it's not just the tent, eh? It's also the, like you need a stove. So if the tent is like $1,300 or whatever it is, like the one I'm looking at is the Esker Classic 10, Classic 2. It's a 10x10, but it has an improved system for the stovepipe. I believe it's like $1,300-$1,400 at Canadian Outdoor Equipment Company. But then you're throwing another 5 or 6 at the stove, right? So it's not the kind of thing that I can just say I'm gonna buy that. It's the kind of thing where I'm just like I'm gonna buy that in a couple of years if I save up my shekels. Yeah, I love it. Like he says, it's like you need fries with that. Absolutely. Um, hey, look who's here. Hey, Jim. Really nice from but can't stay late. That's fine. I mean, hey, at least you popped in, right? It's nice to see
Yeah,
your name show up in the side chat.
good to see you, Jim.
Yeah. Shawnee says they can click. Shawnee says they can camp at whatever a disc golf course is, and at the van events. Can't sleep in the van with the car seats. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Can you be funny for a few minutes? I'm gonna go get some cheese.
All right.
All right, right back.
Russell's Russell's gonna be funny for a bit. What am I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, so on Dennis's show earlier, I was there for. I didn't see the whole thing, but I was there for the conversation about Dennis. You can correct me if I'm wrong because I kind of half heard it, but we're talking about the concept of sometimes just putting the camera down and just experiencing it, and I guess sometimes we get so caught up in trying to film it that we don't experience it properly. Experience whatever it is, or document it, or in Kevin Callan's world, whatever he's doing, pictures or writing about it, whatever, just kind of be there and experience it. And I'm completely the opposite. I mean, it's tough sometimes to do it, but I mean, when I see something, I go for the camera every single time. And I've missed some amazing things. Like City Girl was standing at the door here watching something happen, and I'm running to get my camera, my zoom lens, and I miss it completely. But I'll do it every time because, to me, like I got to catch it on video. It didn't happen if it's not on video, right? Partially because of my horrible memory, but I don't think everyone is not unlike that. I mean, our memory of an event is not going to be nearly as good as the video of it. Like if you got, in at the same time, I've ran and got the camera and the tripod and set it up and got some amazing video, like those otters sliding across the ice, a couple of videos ago. Just beautiful to see. Or grabbing the drone to catch a sunset or something like that. I don't know. Is Dennis still here? Rebel with an OSA. What camera do you use? Me? Who are you asking? Jess? Are you asking Jess? Dave says, this is my tripod. Is it not? Okay. Or we can rent a cabin at the state park for $85 a night. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's probably cheaper than buying a canvas tent. I mean, yeah. That's an interesting perspective, being able to watch it on replay to keep the memory. Oh, yeah. And part of me knows that, the video is going to be better than my memory, but part of me also says that, a lot more people are going to enjoy this if I actually catch it on camera, as opposed to me just sitting there and experiencing it. I mean, it's one of the reasons I started my YouTube channel, is because I just want to share everything on here. Jess, I was talking about how a lot of people just want to put down the camera and just experience something.
I'm very much like that now.
And I was saying I'm completely the opposite. I got to get the camera. I got to video it.
I realized that I was missing a lot of stuff because I was just, watching like this. That like a lot of my memories of certain events are through like this translation kind of thing, I don't know if Rebel is asking you or me what camera you use.
Both. Okay. Well, I use
both.
a Canon T8i. That's the problem with cheese.
Yeah. So this is my previous camera, which I'm going to let my daughter use. This is a Canon 80D. Funny, everything I own should be called 80D. But anyways, so that's the 80D, which I recently upgraded to the 90D purely so that I could get 4K clean video out over HDMI into the computer, because I was having a massive problem because Canon's a bunch of idiots when it comes to their software, and I could not use it using their software with this computer. HDMI out, clean HDMI out. I needed the 90D instead of the 80D. Anyways, there's a bunch of reasons, so I upgraded to the 90D. I've been Canon for a long time, so I've got like lenses and stuff. So even though guys like Sony are eating Canon's lunch right now, it's not worth it for me to change. I don't want to rebuy my lenses and stuff.
Too expensive. Way too expensive.
Even just the cameras are expensive now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you'll pay full price for the camera, and then you'll pay that same amount for the lenses.
Yeah.
Or more, I guess.
Sometimes more. I mean, this lens is on loan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a freaking expensive lens. That costs more than the camera does. This is a T4i, by the way. T4i? Yeah, EOS Rebel T4i. These T whatever eyes are a really good choice if you don't want to spend too much money on a camera, by the way. Very capable. Very, very capable cameras. But yeah. So like changing your camera platform can be a very expensive process. So I just don't do it. The autofocus is good on this camera. Their color science is great. So yeah, the Sonys beat them and everything. I don't care. I'm not Hollywood. I'm YouTube, you know? Oh yeah, okay, so Jess King did the exact same thing, yeah. David, that's an excellent buying decision. Secondhand, yeah, absolutely.
That's funny. I never buy anything secondhand, but I should.
I almost never do, but I also should. It's usually because I'm looking for something specific when I'm looking, and if I don't see it, I just... And man, the upcharge you pay for buying brand new can be stupid, you know?
Well, it kind of depends on what it is. Lenses, I could actually see it if there's no scratches or anything. They've been taken care of.
Yeah.
But you don't want to buy a secondhand mattress, right?
No.
Secondhand toothbrush?
No.
No. Secondhand underwear? No.
No. Oh, Tim didn't have his camera with him tonight? Holy crap. Tim, are you a Nikon guy? I kind of feel that Tim's a Nikon guy. I don't know why I get that feeling. Omar says, so a newcomer is starting fresh to go with Sony. Their Alpha series are kick-ass. Now, the thing is, they ain't cheap. Okay? They ain't cheap. Their autofocus is even faster and even better than the Canon one. And Canons used to be the best in the industry.
That's a great question, though. Like, what do you start out with? Now, see, I've got Homer and Homie mixed up in my mind. It's coming out as Homer.
Perfect.
So, like, Homer Simpson.
Yeah. I think, you know, it's funny because at one point, the only two real choices that anyone ever made were Nikon and Canon, right? Because one had the best lenses, one had the best focus and color science and all that stuff. And then, you know, Sony walks in and says, by the way, check me out. And it sort of shook up the industry a bit. Here's what I would do, because it's hard to buy a crappy camera these days. Like if you're in the sort of prosumer price range, it's really hard to get a bad camera.
Yeah.
Whenever it's something expensive like this, I go with what's very as close to a standard as possible, because yay, your Blackmagic camera is extremely cool and unique, but I went with Canon because I wanted a platform whereby if I had any problem at all, and I look online, 5 people have had the problem and 3 of them have come up with a solution. That's what I need, because I don't have time to be like, oh, my fancy Blackmagic camera. I'm just pulling Blackmagic out of the ether because it's one of the sort of more unique choices. Having a really cool, edgy machine means nothing if you can't get it to work, right? So for me, the only choices would be, if I was starting fresh, I might still go with Canon because I'm used to their philosophy of design. Before Canon, I was 20 years as a Nikon user. Before going digital. I don't like their interface as much, but again, I believe that is just because I'm used to the Canon interface. If you got the money, I think the Sonys are a really good choice. They excel in a lot of different ways. But maybe you don't want to go for a DSLR. Maybe you want to go mirrorless, right? You're not saving money, but well, sometimes you are. But even then, I didn't go mirrorless with this camera because, it's a different lens system. This is an exciting time to be getting into this stuff, like the cameras and the lenses, because the choices are just so many choices out there. What I would do if you were like, to me, this is hypothetical, but maybe you are actually looking for your first like YouTubing camera or high-end camera or something. Watch everything you can on the Canons, the Nikons, and the Sonys, and especially if you can find videos where they're doing compare and contrast kind of thing, and decide what it is you specifically want out of a camera. Okay? That's how you should go about this. Because I can tell you, stick with Canon because it's what I use. That's meaningless. That means nothing. Jesse uses Canon. Great. Perfect example. Okay, the guy who lent me this lens, okay, has built his career on the Canon 5D. Like, now the Canon 5D is way too rich for my blood. They're like $6,000 just for the body, okay? But he loves the Sonys, and he's thinking of switching to the Sonys. He's a professional photographer, so if he has to spend all this money rejigging, it's a tax rebate at least.
So but that's different. I mean, if you want to be a professional photographer, that's one thing. If you just want to make videos for YouTube, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey,
oh yeah, where'd you find it?
At a beer store, and which is weird because like every time I've checked the website for the last like 2 years, maybe 3 years, they haven't had any.
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's just like it's
either.
just suddenly appeared,
and
so that's why I got David? The model.
Yeah, I like it. I'm glad to see that you. Wait a minute, Linda. You threw a Veronica in the dump. Oh, you're making my heart hurt. Like 120 film and everything. Oh, you're hurting me. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. I don't know where that went. So yeah, David's out early. Darth Vader's favorite point and shoot is the Fuji S7000. Yeah. Fujifilm were also like big. My first serious camera was a Pentax K1000, fully manual, 35mm film camera. The official camera, as close as it gets, to the film or photography student. When I was in school, that was the camera we were told to buy. So we all did. Terrific camera, heavy as hell. It finally gave up the ghost because my mother dropped it like 4 times while she had borrowed it and taken it on a vacation. Dropped it on concrete like a story kind of thing. It's like, okay. Oh no. Peter gave his son his Pentax with extra lenses in case. Dog decided to shite all over the case and the camera. Oh wow.
What a weird thing to do. That's a cat thing, honestly.
Yeah, that's a cat thing. Oh, you like the camera more than you like me?
You got this new thing you really love?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh yeah. And it's homie. I hope that was helpful. I mean, I'll talk to you about cameras till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, you gotta do your research, and if you know people with some cameras, try them. Because at the end of the day, like the interface that every camera should have this kind of interface now, like the cell phone camera interface.
Oh, I just saw your phone number.
No, you didn't. You saw my weather.
I was just kidding.
My weather. And my weather, by the way, is it's -7. Snowfall warning. Great, another snowfall warning. Oh, and a note from my wife to take my funking pill and don't die time. Oh, it's not. Oh well, yeah, there we go.
Is that her name?
No, her name's not there. No, it's time. It's from my. Why you gotta be like that? Anyways, this live stream is going all the way off the rails. I don't understand why. I mean, we're such nice, respectful guys.
Yeah.
There was another story time I wanted to do tonight, and I can't remember what it was about.
The gig or cameras or some video you're working on or work or the kids or live streaming. Or...
Yeah, I gotta shoot a video, dude. I gotta shoot a video. I have ideas. I just can't get out into the woods.
Are you coming back here this year?
I don't know. I want to go back this year, but I don't know. Maybe it'll have to be next year. My year is disappearing on me already. We have to go to one of those destination weddings, and I still have to do that music festival, which always ends up being 10 days because it turns into a mini Alberta tour.
Yep.
I have here a bunch of samples. Whiskey samples. There's a virtual whiskey tasting going on in February, and I can't wait because this bottle,
Black Heart.
Yeah. So this distillery is, 1992 vintage. This distillery, Bushcraft, is one of my favorites. They do like the Port Charlotte 10 that some of you who watch my other channel will know was my last review of last year. The Black Art is a bottle I will never be able to afford. It's like a $650 bottle. So I'm looking forward to tasting that. Can't wait. Can't wait to taste all these little whiskeys. Tiny whiskeys.
I want to get some of those. Like,
yeah.
I can't ask you this question because you're not in Ontario. I wouldn't know.
1 second. Lord Vader says, I'd like to see a DSLR company design a camera body that your cell phone mounts to, and the interface would be through the phone. There was a camera company that designed a very modular camera to echo that kind of, like, the main camera was kind of a cell phone-y shape, and it was all modules, lens modules and stuff. I don't remember who made that camera, though. Shawnee, it's not really a live stream because it's not broadcast to the interwebs. It's It's a Zoom call essentially, and I only have these bottles because my fiddler lives in Calgary and he picked them up for me and brought them when he came for the gig
Uh,
last weekend. You mean you need these bottles, Russell?
yeah, I want to buy some of those.
I bought like 1 million of them off of Amazon. Afterwards, I'll find
Oh,
the listing and I'll send it to you.
okay.
1 million is bombast. I didn't really buy 1 million of them.
Okay, is that an exaggeration or is it an over exaggeration?
Oh, come on, dude. You're talking to someone who writes for a living. You can't say over exaggeration.
See, oh my,
That's like
yeah,
saying readjust.
I had this argument with my English teacher way back in high school. She's like, "Yeah, you can't have an over exaggeration. This is just an exaggeration." And my point was, you can have an exaggeration that might sound like the truth, but it's too much. Then you can have an
Okay.
over exaggeration, which is just balls out stupid.
Hmm.
You know, you
Okay.
can say, "Oh, there was like 100 people at this party," when there was only like 20. So you might
Okay.
think, "Oh, there could have actually been 100, but you could be exaggerating." And then there's like, "Oh, there was 100 million people
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
I get it.
party."
So that's an over exaggeration. All right.
All right. So
I'll
I
meet
can
you
make a
halfway
case
on that
for
one.
it, even though I don't think under current English terms you could do it. Yeah.
So good.
I need to get one of those glasses.
Yes, yes, you do. I bought 4 for 40 on Amazon
Nice.
because I drink so much that there's always one in the wash.
Nice.
Oh yeah, try shooting a wedding with a broken camera. Yeah, Linda has explained why she threw out a Veronica.
Let's see. Try shooting anything with a broken camera.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
a wedding, yeah, you're kind of on the hook there.
This is why I don't do photography anymore. I did 2 weddings and was like, never again, never again, no way.
Yep.
Yeah, but I also like. I'm not a talented photographer, by which I mean I don't know enough to take it completely manual and really rock the show, because manual is where you really get your white balance dialed all the way in. You really get your focus dialed all the way in. You get your ISO and everything dialed all the way in.
Yep.
Leaving it on automatic like I generally do nowadays is good for doing YouTube videos and stuff. But if you really want art level photography, you got to go fully manual, and it takes time and energy that I
I,
don't have. You know?
and I agree. And for a lot of like, especially outdoor scenes around here, if it's not like either fully sunny or fully cloudy,
Mm-hmm.
overcast, like I got to use auto mode because, I set up the camera, hit record, and I'm walking in front of it,
Yeah, absolutely.
then the sun suddenly comes out,
Yeah, and if I was doing still photography, right, I would go back to manual in many, many ways, and I would learn how this camera does it. But I don't. I'm not a photographer anymore. I
yeah.
do YouTube videos. So
Yes, I do YouTube videos.
yeah. John Johnson says you guys look like you're in love. I have no idea what that.
Well, we're a little bit.
I love everybody. Love is
Jesus. All right, do you want to boot that guy, or I
Yep.
can?
Go for it. Darth Vader says, "What's the glass called that you put the round ice ball in?" I think she's talking about that glass you have
Funny, funny, funny.
for your that you put that big ice ball and
Oh
then you
yeah,
pour the.
sorry. I was laughing at this other knob. Um, it's a hurricane glass, but not just any hurricane glass. Hurricane is just the basic,
Like this with a ball. Yeah. Yeah.
right? If you want the glass that the ice ball does the thing with the magic glass,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Vader, go with you can find them on eBay. Rainforest Cafe glasses, or what was the other one? You can look up. You can look for bubblegum shrimp glasses, which is weird. And also, what's the other one? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Damn it.
Rainforest Cafe Chicago souvenir glass. I think there's a Rainforest Cafe in Niagara Falls, isn't there?
No, there's another one that's more common. Damn, I'm gonna have to go look at the closet, the cupboard, the kitchen.
Nobody knows. It's a mystery. I think what John Johnson, by the way, was Johnson was being a dick. What he was referring to is the fact that I didn't film any nighttime fire footage because I was using a cell phone and a GoPro, so I'm not going to film anything at night. But anyways, what else?
Well, he's like, you didn't film yourself sleeping in the dark, so you must have stayed in Russell's cabin.
What a creep. Okay, let's stop being negative here. Let's bring up the energy. Let's talk about the glass that you put the round ice ball in. I don't want to be all negative tonight. Which is why I'm pouring
Hard Rock Cafe. I got it.
Oh, Hard Rock Cafe. Okay.
Yes, that's a little more common than the Rainforest.
Yes.
But you can eBay that.
Look at this bottle, eh? Look at that. Look at that bottle. That's cool. That's a nice bottle. Which is funny because I don't think that their label design is great at all. And their distillery is ugly as funk, but great bottle. Be good for making an infinity bottle with.
What's an infinity bottle?
Right. I guess I... Okay, so an infinity bottle is... I have two of them. I have one for Canadian whiskey and one for non-peated scotch. Every bottle I open, I put an ounce into my infinity bottle. You're creating your own blend, essentially. And then once it's, full, then every time you take a dram, you put more in of something. So I've got two infinity bottles.
Oh, damn.
Damn. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna start buying all these scotches and whiskeys.
Sure.
Whiskeys.
Absolutely. I'll be over every weekend. That Teeling looks like it should be in my cabinet. It's good. Look, if you're looking to buy, I have two Teelings. Am I talking too loud? I have two Teelings. This is the single malt, which is about $90. But they also have a small batch, which is also very good, and I want to say like $20 less expensive. But in terms of which do I like better, it's kind of a toss-up. Single malt is more expensive to make because it's whatever. I'm not going to get boring about this, but either of them are a good purchase. Absolutely. A very nice juice.
I gotta buy a bottle of that Teeling, even though I should be giving it up, but
buy the other one if you don't want to spend a lot of money. They're both very good. They're very different, but the Teeling character is there in both. Fire Pit, who I don't think I've ever seen. How's it going? I like that avatar. Where's my next destination? I don't know because I'm having a really hard time planning this year. We had what I see as a wrench thrown at our works. There's a destination wedding we have to go to. It takes an entire week out of my vacation time, so I don't even know. I want to go somewhere though. Liking the 271 Magnata. Lipstick says YouTube is way different than still is way different. Absolutely, yeah.
I need to start an infinity bottle, but not just like scotch and whiskey, but just like whatever beer and rum and just like lime cordial, raspberry liqueur.
So is Fire Pit here from your channel? Because he's saying hi, Russell.
No, I suspect this is another one. We'll see.
So Lipstick Lodge said she shot too many weddings. For me, 2 weddings was too many weddings. It killed the desire to be a photographer for me, which is
You know what's interesting is I watched a couple of videos on this one channel. I don't think it was specifically about shooting weddings, but it had a couple of videos on shooting weddings.
Okay.
And I was like, I watched these 2 videos, and I'm like, man, now I want to shoot a wedding. This guy had some great advice on what to do, and that was fabulous. But no, I know better. I know better.
Yeah. I'm looking up 271 Magnata. Okay, Magnata 271 Canadian single malt whiskey. I thought Magnata was a winery. Oh, there's no picture, but it's a $70 whiskey for 10 years. 10 years old, $70. Produced during barley, using barley that is lightly peated and double pot distilled. This whiskey is aged for 10 years in oak barrels. Aromas of honey and spice are complemented by balanced flavors of vanilla, chocolate, almonds, and a light smokiness. Palate is smooth and balanced with a lengthy finish. Made in Ontario. Well, I'm never going to find it at the SAQ, but I might find it next time I'm in, like, Hawkesbury or something. Mike says, I'm wired tonight. Should be asleep. Got to wake up at 5:30. Oh, 5:30 is going to come fast Mike. For you. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, what time is it? 10:50. Okay.
That's your time.
Lots of time to finish a dram. Good old drams. Yeah. I just ate a lot of cheese. I kind of want more cheese, but I'm not going to eat more cheese.
What kind of cheese did you eat?
It was just a marbled cheddar. Tim uses a Nikon D750 full frame. Oh, a full frame. Wow. The Canon D6D, is full frame. And D3200 crop count. My wife uses a D3200. Kind of a night person, likes surfing in the moonlight. Sorry for the late response. I wasn't sure if... Oh, he is still driving. Okay. Yeah, Here's the thing. The 6D is a full-frame camera that I can afford. Crazy. But what I cannot have for an affordable price is a full frame and 4K and a flippy screen. So I sort of looked at because I really felt the pull of the 6D, especially if you shoot a lot at night. The full frame does kind of make a difference. Like the light suckage, the light absorption, I guess, on a full frame is way better than on these crop sensor cameras. But the 4K was more important to me than the full frame. Because at the end of the day, I spend most of my time shooting during daylight hours. I would love a full frame. I ain't gonna lie. I think the 6D is also, the 5D is also full frame. Which is why it's like the professional, like photojournalist's camera de choix. Mm-hmm. Ah, good old whiskey.
Whiskey.
I call it whiskey, sort of as a joking reference to to Scottish whiskey drinkers, guys like Ralphie.com, who is probably the biggest whiskey tuber. He's sort of an old guy sitting in a bothy on the Isle of Man in the middle of the Irish Sea, talking about whiskey. Marcel's got to get Emery to bed. All right. See you a little later. Although we're not going to be around for that much longer. How often do you have a beer, Russell, that you're like, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to buy it again?
I generally only drink beer that I already know how it tastes, if I'm going to like it. But way back in the early days of YouTube, when I was buying an IPA, like, and like doing an IPA like review every video
Mm-hmm.
as like 19 out of 20 I hated.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm not going to buy this again. Although it says right here. Wait, that's French. Oh, no, in English as well. Quebec ingredients. Quebec ingredients. So it is obviously a very good beer. I'm not going to buy it
okay.
again.
What this the stupid thing is, like, there's all these Ontario craft breweries now, and they put out all these beers, and they're like exciting graphics on the can and really cool names,
Yeah. And then the juice
and,
doesn't live up to it.
and it's just like bone shaker. Like, oh my god, pour
Yeah.
that shit out. Pour that shit out, is what I said.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because you got to pour out a ship so it doesn't sink.
Exactly.
Name Bone Shaker after the bike, after the old
I have
bicycles.
no idea. There's a skeleton on the can. But it's one of the worst ones I've had.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's one of the worst ones I had, and then somebody bought me a can and said, "Hey, you should try this." I'm like, "Watch how fast I can pour this out."
Yeah. When we used to start again. Okay. Yeah. Take two. When my band used to go and play this. No, I started that wrong. When my band first started playing the Alberta Festival, the first couple of years, we used to pal around with. Well, we still do, but the band is very different now. With a band called Cod Gone Wild from. He's a newfie, but the band is based in Salmon Arm, BC. And they used to go to. There's this brewery run by a bunch of hippies somewhere in rural BC that only sells at their brewery. And so they get this big freaking growler of a beer called the Backhand of God that I will remember the taste of till my dying day. I haven't had it in like 8 years, but so damn good. Kind of strong though. Like you don't want to have like 3 in a row. You want to have like 1 or 2, and slowly because it's high octane. But
Well,
so good.
that's my favorite beer. 86 Red is 7.9%. You can have one, maybe 2, but you gotta stop because you're just gonna.
Yeah.
Um,
It's funny. Okay, so Lord Vader says, "Remember when Russell chucked a beer off the deck? When I was at your place for a live stream that Friday, I chucked a beer off your deck too."
I didn't really chuck it off the deck. I opened the door and threw it.
Yeah. I think I throw it from the door, or did I actually go out on the deck and toss it? I think I went all the way on the deck. Rebel with an O says Omnipolo Zodiac, slap and brew. Okay. Rebel, I don't know where you are, so I don't know if I can get that. Like, because Quebec is funny. Well, all of Canada is funny because we have all these walls
We're so
between
funny.
provinces. We're
We
so
have
funny.
laugh tracks.
Canadians are hilarious.
I have a laugh track following me around.
Yeah, I do as well. I mean, every Canadian walks around with a laugh track and, his own theme music.
I get naked and somebody's laughing.
Crickets. Could you imagine, like, okay, if you walked around with a band playing your theme, your personal theme music behind you? I mean, we'll go with the laugh track, but what would that theme music be? If you say like the Benny Hill theme, I'll just kill you now because that's not a good answer.
What is that? No, wait. I gotta go with the Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Okay. I would like to think that my background music, my backing band would be like a funk band, but it's probably not. Like, the way you see yourself versus the way others see you. Like, I would love to be walking everywhere with like full on funk, but it's probably something a lot closer to the Benny Hill theme. Just I look at myself in the mirror a couple of days ago and thought, Yeah, that's
I
not what I
feel
wanted to
poll
see.
coming on. Do a poll.
Mark
totally gonna
Johns,
do it.
hi Mark, asked if I've tried the Gahnawage brewery beers. Not yet, not yet, but I would like to. I would like to.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a poll Friday night. If I
Oh
had
really?
theme music following me around,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up with some good choices. Benny Hill, of course, is gonna be one of them. Benny Hill, West Wing.
My theme song. Okay, here we go. Here's my theme song. It's "Runaway" by Jamiroquai. Because the bass line is killer. It's a killer song, and it's about running away, which is what I would love to do.
Yeah, but isn't it like your viewer's opinion, not your own?
I have opinions. I have thoughts. I have dreams.
But not good ones.
If you prick me, do I not bleed? Why you gotta be hating? Why you gotta be hating?
If you prick me, sorry,
Were you
sorry, that
about
was
to do
data.
the data thing? If you prick me, do I not bleed?
Bleed. Or sorry, leak is what he said.
Yuck. Oh, okay. Linda's out. Night all. Good night, Linda.
Prick me, do we not leak? Damn, that went by too fast.
So did that. Oh yeah. So I just wanted Mark Johns. Whoops. Oh crumbs! I just scrolled right past. So have you tried the Gahnawage brewery beers? Like, are you saying I should, get with it, get with that, like fast?
Is that available in Quebec?
Yeah. Gahnawage is Montreal is between two reservations. There's Kanesatake up north near where my mother-in-law lives in Oka, and then on the south shore there's Kanesatake. Yeah, there's Gahnawage. I actually know a guy on Gahnawage. Oh, Darth Vader says the Mask theme song from the cartoon. Fair enough. Is that for me or is that for Russell though? Russell's off. I was about to say Russell's probably off to get another beer. Are you finishing the whiskey or are you at, yeah?
I'm sorry, was there a question?
So what's in that glass? Is that the Glenfiddich?
The 12, yeah.
The 12?
You want me to show you?
I've had a couple of bottles of that. So what do you add in that bottle?
What do I
Wow.
what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, where are you at in that bottle? It has taken me almost a year to get down to here on this bottle.
Well,
But like once you're down there, finish it.
You have 50.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, once down there, don't keep it around for too long.
I was gonna say I only have one bottle and you have 50, so it's a lot easier for you to.
I actually have 62, but it's embarrassing.
Okay.
I counted up recently. I counted up recently. Don't know what that means. But yeah, once your bottles get down to about there, finish them, because what's going to happen is they're going to lose their flavor over time. He's not looking, but you guys can also. Yeah, you're at finishing it off. Like, finish that off in a month or two.
Oh, in a month or two. I was gonna say tonight.
No, because that's still enough liquid in there. I mean, that's a 40% alcohol by volume, right? That will funk you up if you just. This is 46, I think. This Amroot Indian whiskey. 46%, yeah, alcohol by volume. Made from select Indian barley, nurtured by waters flowing from the great Himalayas. This is a terrific bottle, by the way. If you guys can find this Amroot single malt, this is their basic single malt, not peated, not Was that Jim?
Yep. Good night, Jim.
He's out. All right. Good night, Jim. Russell is doing the Sanford and Son theme song. I don't know
It
what
was either
Shawnee's.
that or moving on up to the east side. Finally got a piece of the sky. Oh, moving on up.
Like, believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Oh God, there we go. I love that song, especially the Seinfeld version
I
where
liked
George
that
had.
show, but I don't know if I would like that show if I saw an episode again. You
Oh,
know
some
this?
some some of those shows do not hold up well at all.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
I think remembering back, I think I'd be really, really incredibly annoyed that he didn't know he lost the instruction manual and had no clue what to do.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of
And
stuff
very,
that
very
I'm just
slowly
like,
learned.
oh. Even like,
I watched. Well, I watched when I was a kid. I was a huge fan of Get Smart.
mhm.
And then when I was much older, I saw a rerun came on. I'm like, oh, cool, Get Smart. And I watched it. I'm like, oh, this
Nope.
is the worst show in the
Yeah.
world.
I had the
Holy
same
crap.
problem with what that was that show called? 3 Hour Tour. Um,
Gilligan's Island, yeah.
yeah. I have a hard time these days with shows where the dad figure or the main male figure is always an utter buffoon. Like why are all male like main characters Fred Flintstone? I have this problem with Peppa Pig. I don't watch Peppa Pig, but my daughter, or the youngest daughter, watches Peppa Pig, so I guess by default I watch Peppa Pig. But like the dad is always like, "Ho ho, I know best," and then does something stupid, and the mother bails him out. And Wilma used to bail Fred Flintstone out, and it's like it's the
Okay.
same old trope.
And
Trope.
at the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just trying to do this,"
And
and
it's like,
they're
come
like, "Oh,
on,
it's okay."
yeah,
And I was thinking about that earlier from the Family Guy, because that's always happening in the Family Guy.
is it?
Yeah, yeah. Peter's always doing something stupid, and the whole episode he's doing something stupid. And at the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And they have the apologizing music comes on, and
Yeah, I get it. Lord Vader says, "Believe it or not, George isn't at home.
believe it or not, George isn't at home.
I never thought I should feel so free."
No, it's
Oh, this is getting silly.
where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. It was on his voicemail for his
Hmm.
answering machine.
I only vaguely remember because I've only ever seen, I think, 2 episodes of Seinfeld, but I know about the thing you're talking about.
You
Oh,
got to see
Country
more than
Boy's
two.
here, just in time for the end. I hate computers.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. It's funny because I like them, and yet I have a love-hate relationship with computers. I had more of a love-love relationship with computers when I had time to like play video games. Oh, Country Boy just watched an episode of Seinfeld tonight.
That episode, the episode we were just talking
Oh,
about.
that episode. Interesting. Okay, how's that for synchronicity?
It's funny because it plays several times during the episode, and at one point they're all like, they're
Yeah.
humming along to it. It's a really well done episode.
Be funny for a few minutes. I'm going to see a man about a hearse. A horse. A hearse gets really dark really fast. A horse. See a man about a horse.
You be nice to that horse.
Yeah.
Damn it, you be nice to that horse.
You'd be nice to that horse.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Where is he be? I might be home, but I can't remember the actual words. But it's hilarious. That's a machine one just a couple hours ago. That's weird, Scott. I wonder if that could be turned into a Bushcraft song somehow. Believe it or not, Russell something. Believe it, Bushcraft or not, I'm talking on air. Bushcraft or not, I'm talking on air. I don't know the words. I have to look up the words to the actual song. so I could parody it. You both must watch a lot of TV. Shawnee, 2 channels when I was growing up, I watched all of them. Who could be Russell isn't at home. He's getting some beer. Yes, very clever, Lord Vader. Lord Vader. How did we get on the subject of theme songs? Oh, yes. What theme song would follow you around? In your life, if you had a theme song. Hi, Notabot. Welcome. Growing Pains. I must need to listen to these. Wait, so what instrument do you play? Omi? Homer? Omar? I play the trombone. Wait, how did that come up? Scott, I'm actually watch network TV. I love all the syndicated stuff. Oh, Burnskin. Hey, Lawson, right? Why did you change your name? Whoops. That was wrong. Key to click. George. God, that gets in your head. It's now movie hour. I'm into robotics and automation. Okay. Green Acres is the place for me. I've got to take a real bad pee. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. Yep. I guess that is probably a good one for me. Green Acres is the place for me. I'd like to take a great big pee. Still, though, I think the Benny Hill theme is, the thing for me. The thing dingler for me. I can't think of the Growing Pains theme right now. Do 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 do. I might have it. Do 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 do. Does that sound right? Can you sing? Can you hum the Growing Pains theme?
Me? No.
No, the other guy wearing headphones on the screen. You
I have no idea what the Growing Pains.
You got more cheese.
It's a bun.
It's a what?
A bun? A bap?
Okay.
A petit pain?
Shawnee was wrong.
Shawnee was wrong?
Yep.
Just thinking about Fresh Prince. Nice.
In the Chinese shops here in the Greater Toronto area, we can get pork buns, which are awesome. Except that City Girl actually brought me one last time she was here, and I had it yesterday, and it's like this great big bun. And I opened it up, and there's a tiny little bit of pork, that pork mixture inside. And I'm like,
yeah,
come on, guys, you can do better than that.
Hi, Notabot. That's a fabulous screen name, by the way.
It's Burnt Skin.
Homie is asking one of us which instrument we play. Is that you or me?
I gave my answer. Yeah, do it. Do the slap that.
Slap the bass.
Slap that bass.
What movie was that from? Slap the bass. Right? And she didn't know who Rush was. Do you remember which movie I'm thinking about? There's a movie scene. Slap the
Nope.
bass. What the hell?
I can only think of. Really, you're not going to play something?
No, it's not plugged in.
Well, yeah, but we can still hear you just like hitting stuff.
You can go to my band's web YouTube page to hear me.
I want to hear your band. I've never heard you play your bass.
Really?
You've never
Country
played it
Boy
for us.
says. Country Boy says. I'm a weird guy. I actually watch network TV. Love all the old syndicated stuff. Oh, not a bird. Not a. Oh God, Jesse.
Not a burnt
Not a
skin. It
bot.
says I'm not a bot.
Oh, you're into robotics and automation. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna come back with. Was that you, Russell? I was gonna come back with cheese, absolutely, but I did not. The cheese is still in the fridge.
I could come back with cheese. Maybe I
Rebel.
will.
I used to have. I was gonna say many bases, not many, but I used to have a bunch. Now I'm down to 2. I went through this this moment, I guess. Yes, thank you, because I knew it was Paul Rudd, but I couldn't remember the film. Yes, Knocked Up with Paul Rudd. Yeah. Country Boy, you're amazing, man. I'm like, do you remember this scene as like this totally random, tiny scene that means nothing? But yeah, you came through. Yeah, I used to have a lot of bases. I used to have a Lakeland, which was really cool, and I had a Gibson Thunderbird and stuff. But I realized that I'm really collection averse, and I had bases that were not getting any play time. So if I had sort of sold them to someone who loved them and would play on them, then he was not buying a brand new bass. We were keeping a bass. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't buying something from a store. This bass that was getting no action was actually getting action. So now I'm down to 2. I've got the Fender P bass that I just showed you, and I have this, which before I bought this house was the most expensive thing I had ever bought. No, my first graphic design level computer was a bit more than this bass. But I'll never be able to buy another one of these. Absolutely not. Especially with what they cost today. So I bought it for my 40th birthday. I saved up for 6 years to buy it. This is as close to treasured possession as they come. This bass does not travel with me. This is for Montreal gigs. The Fender goes to Alberta gigs. And in fact, I think we're crossing the border again this year, which is always a drag. The process is horrible. Yeah, exactly. Slap to bass. Yeah. I should probably get a custom strap at some point, but I don't know. Shawnee, I used to play an acoustic. I had an acoustic electric, a Washburn AB something. Good little bass. Only 4 strings though, and I've moved completely to 5 strings. The reason I no longer play the Lakeland is because it's a 35-inch scale, which is an extra. He's eating cheese. It's probably like mozzarella, so whatever. I do love me some cheese, though. I do love me some cheese. Just taking a look here at what I got. Looking forward to trying all these little drams. So these I think are 2-ounce bottles, and they're half full. So because you asked what a dram was, so I'm thinking in this bottle a dram is an ounce.
Doesn't it say on it?
No.
Really? Do you have a shot glass handy? You can pour it in?
No. Upstairs. Oh, I never responded, Country Boy? Oh, that's too bad. It was nice straps. Very nice. Good leather work you're doing there. I thought I probably have a response in my drafts folder. I do that constantly. Sorry, dude. Good work though. For those of you who are wondering, Country Boys has been doing leather for it's fairly recent, isn't it? You'd said, but it seems to me that the work is very good. It's better than my work. Rebel says Brittany from Freak of Nature could make you a nice leather custom strap. Good to know.
No idea what that is.
Thing is, I don't know if I'd spend the money on that. Like I've been deprioritizing money expenditures so that I can get my YouTube channel. Like, I bought a camera and a tripod. Like the money has to sort of come from somewhere to go somewhere kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah.
But it would be nice to have a nice leather strap for my bases. Absolutely. Country Boy, only 6 months? That you see, to me, the work looks better than 6 lousy months of working. But you're doing a lot of stuff, eh? So you're getting your practice in. Hold on a second. Homie is back. Nice to see you.
Hey, Homer.
Are there any interviews coming up? Yeah, there is one. I just we have to settle on a date. And no, it's not with Kevin. Although I do love having that guy on my screen. It's never a dull moment when Kevin is on screen. Absolutely. I hope he comes back. I hope we didn't scare him off. I hope
That's Grace.
Huh? Freak of Nature has been on Canoe Hound's show. Okay. Maybe I'll take a look. Although, if I do decide to get a leather strap, why wouldn't I just commission something from Country Boy? Brittany from... I'll take a look. I'll see who they are. I mean, just to see who they are, right? You know who I wish was still making stuff? Is Lure of the North. Because I wanted to buy one of their Mucklux moccasin kits. But they decided to take time off from producing stuff so they could go and travel. What? But I hear that they're going to, excuse me. Yeah, Rebel with an O. So just get 2 straps. Sure, one for the Fender, one for the Sadowski, right? Makes perfect sense, actually. But apparently Lure of the North is going to be producing stuff again, but they've either hired someone or they're licensing their designs to someone else. Might still be, Oh my snap. So we were supposed to end this live stream 21 minutes ago, and Bettina shows up now. Hi, Bettina. How's it going?
Yeah.
Not a Bot nominates Joe, Sean, and Doug. Now, Joe's been on my show before. Sean, I don't know if he would do it.
I doubt it.
And it's too bad because in many ways I would love to have Sean on because I used to work carpentry. And so I recognized that in him before he even mentioned that that's what he used to do. And I would love to talk about building techniques and stuff with him, but I don't think he would do it. Doug, you talking about like Doug Linker? That guy's got a real cool energy around him. I think I would love to have him on the show. I think that like halfway through we'd both be drinking tea and, calming the hell down. We'd be like an ASMR live stream. But yeah, I like Doug Linker's stuff. I think he's got a really good energy. Yeah, Country Boy. Maybe if I do decide to get some. Can I start my sentence again? If I do decide to get some custom straps, maybe I'll drop you a line. Yeah, Doug is also a carpenter. That's true. Interesting. Maybe I'll ping him. I mean, he doesn't know me from Shinola, but if I say, "Look, Joe's been on my show," maybe he'll.
Just tell him you do a quality live stream.
High quality, and then only show him I'll give him links to the panel discussions or whatever.
Exactly.
If I was to do a 24-hour Jessathon, I would have to have guests on every 2 hours, 4 hours. I don't know, Russell. What do you think?
2.
Every 2 hours, so that I could go see a man about a horse every now and again, because I feel like I couldn't do it with when I'm flying solo. Rebel, I'm currently live streaming with the 90D. You don't see the full 4K majesty because I don't pay for StreamYard. If I did pay for StreamYard, you could see me in 1080p, and you'd probably be seeing Russell in 1080p as well. Grace says that he made a squirrel-proof bird feeder. Yes, I remember that. Nice bird feeder, too. Yeah, Country. I kind of feel that Linker is a guy I would like to hang with for an afternoon. Have, maybe trade some carving tips with, or just maybe carve. Keep making sense, Jesse. Keep making sense. So it's currently 11:24. We'll go until 11:30, and then I must go to bed because I unfortunately do a 9 to 5 job, by which I mean an 8:30 to 4:30 job.
Sure. It's gonna take me a while to eat this cheese.
Yeah, Bettina, come on, dude. Bettina has smoked a bit of medicine. Good to know. TMI? Possibly. Hey, we're Canadian, right? So it's legal, but I don't know if YouTube likes talking about that kind of stuff. Now, they've just rejigged the rules on us again, and I don't remember what they say about that. But hey, the word hell is finally not a full-on swear word. What? I've done the whiskey for tonight. You know what I got here, though, Russell?
Sorry, I missed it. I was enjoying this cheese.
Tea's a good drink. Okay, so but hi, Big Gray Moose. Have you been lurking, or did you just show up? It says they've sold the business and it's reopened. If it's like the same quality of stuff, then maybe I'll jump. I'll take a dive. Take a chance. The English is very hard for us in Quebec to speak, eh?
It depends on the transition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Bettina, for not saying any of the keywords. I should do a carving live stream. Like Shawnee's just sort of, I should make a spoon and live stream the whole process.
Yeah.
I used to know a guy. He used to have he's more of a prepper than a bushcrafter, but he also did a lot of leather work. His online name was
some guy.
I don't remember, and he is in Edinburgh. Now his live stream is all like deep web or whatever it's called, kind of QAnon crap. But he would live stream, while he was working on leather, and just sort of like talk to the camera a bit. But mostly people would just watch him work. I wonder if that would work.
It would. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to turn a block of wood into a spoon?
A couple of hours, probably. I'm not very fast.
Shit, that's perfect.
Yeah. Making a spoon.
Yeah, make a spoon. I'm done my cheese.
Good man. We're at 11:27, so we got another 3 minutes. Oops, I almost knocked the blue label.
Nursing the cheese.
You don't have to nurse cheese, dude.
No. Well, I was. I know I don't have to. I don't have to nurse anything, but I did. It was really good.
Good. I'm glad to see you embracing life in this manner. That was a When Harry Met Sally quote. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I've seen it many times.
I'll roll down the window.
I love that movie so much. It's inhuman. Carve a wood sprite with Doug. I'd love to sit down with that guy.
That's okay. When you get to that level, it's like you're half artist.
Yeah.
Like carving a spoon is one thing, but if you want to carve a wood sprite, you're an artist. You're
Yeah.
it's just a different medium, right? It's just a different.
Yeah. Country boy. Why do I keep saying country boy like he's in the Appalachians or something? There's a Vancouver leather worker that live streams his work. He does neat Viking stuff. His name is Dark Horse. Okay, maybe I'll look that up.
You can call him Scott.
Scott?
Yeah, country boy.
Country boy? Oh yeah, Scott. Right. I keep saying country boy trapped in the city. Okay.
It's true. Bettina, you liked it. Oh my god, I just figured that out. Bettina, stop. Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
You're such a brat.
Yeah, I'm the brat.
Yes. Was there ever a question? I mean, you're the brat. I'm the straight man, right?
I don't remember.
Christ, am I not the straight man? Am I the brat? Like, am I the problem here? I don't think I'm the problem.
Sometimes I wonder, like, is this reality, or am I sitting in like a small room with a straight jacket on, a padded room,
Jacked into the Matrix. Boom.
or not even jacked in, just living my own
Just like in full on. What's that called?
brain.
No, I know what a brain is. Delusions.
Sure.
Delusions. Full on delusions. Bettina's telling us to stop. I think she's telling you to stop though, because you were being more of a brat than I was.
Bettina's. I know Bettina. She's like, oh, stop.
Yeah. Well, simulation. Yeah, I was thinking simulation. He was thinking delusions. We all real over here. Says Rebel with an O. Okay, now Ian, I believe this cuts deep because I don't I can't really naysay that without possibly lying. Oh, dude, we're at 11:31.
I'm not worried.
You don't worry though. Being John Malkovich was an epic film. I like that way more than I thought I was going to.
I read the script for it.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, he can. That dude can write, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Somewhere I had the shooting script. I think I may have recycled it for Eternal Sunshine of the.
I read that one too. Spotless Mind.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I have it anymore. But it's interesting because like how when they're shooting, different colored pages mean different things. Like when they have new pages, I think it's blue or red or something.
That was. Can we talk about that for a second? The Eternal Sunshine. Eternal
Sunshine.
Eternal SpongeBob with the Spotless Mind. I love that one because as they're going through and deleting his memories, right?
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way. At first he's like, the most recent memories are like, oh God, this bitch. I can't wait to get her out of my life. But they're deleting those recent memories, and then they get to the middle term memories. It's like, oh, you know what? We had some good times. He doesn't remember the bad memories, and then they're deleting those, and then he gets back into the early times. It's like, oh my God, I really love her. Like, what? Why would I want to leave her? Like, we gotta hide. We gotta hide in my memories. It was brilliant. It was.
I like what Rebel says here. That movie had 12 fades to black.
What are you talking about? I love doing a fade to black. Sometimes I do a fade to white.
Hey, do you remember? Do you remember the X-Files?
Sure.
Had like there was that fade to black or no fade from black all the time, and then when he did Millennium, he went the opposite, so it's to white all the time.
Oh God, way back then was before my screenwriting days, so I wouldn't have
Okay,
noticed something like that.
because the whole thing was like Millennium was the diametric opposite of X-Files, right? In X-Files,
What is Millennium?
well, it was the show right after it had what the hell was his name? Doesn't matter, who cares.
Fox?
Instead of like two normal people surrounded by paranormal, it was a paranormal person surrounded by normalcy. And so
Okay.
that black fade that the X Files always did was a white fade. It's like he took the X Files and said, if I took everything in this show and flipped it, mirror universed it practically, what would I get? And that was Millennium. The stupidest
I've
name for
never
a show ever because what
I've never
Millennium?
heard of Millennium.
Never heard of Millennium? I say what? Millennium TV show. Carter, what's his name?
I'm sorry, I'm just a human that is normal. I'm a normal human.
I can't spell Millennium right now.
I
Come
think
on, it's the
I
first
think
word of Falcon.
I can take a shot at it. I can take a shot at Millennium.
I just wrote TB show. It's the tuberculosis show.
Millennium. I can write it.
TV series. Wikipedia.
No, that's not right.
It had like this circle thing on the as a
Johnny
logo.
Millennium? Nope. None of these are coming up. 1989? Chris Christopherson? Nope.
I drop in the side chat like a drunkard.
Nope. Nothing.
I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help. Ready? Here it comes. Here it comes.
Okay.
Ready? And jiggity, bickety bam,
Bam.
as Jay and Silent Bob would say.
Oh, Wikipedia.
Um,
No. you dropped the abstract page in.
Who cares? Nobody cares.
Did you mean Millennium TV series? Oh, you missed a bracket. Oh God.
Did I miss a bracket?
You
Me? Am I the problem?
okay, so how many seasons
No, I
did it
didn't
run?
miss a blanket. A blanket. 3. It was like 3 seasons. It was nowhere near as good as X Files. I mean, the X Files was legit good. I'm back with a Cape Cod. What the hell's a Cape Cod?
Okay.
This is where like I'm the only one in the live stream who doesn't know what a Cape Cod is, right?
Can you throw that up again? Where'd it go?
It's Marcel. Marceau. Ah, it's not funny.
Marcel, it's got to be food.
I bet you a
she's got a
Cape Cod
cape.
is a beverage. Hold on.
No, it's a cod with a cape on. Caped cod.
It's not a Cape Cod.
Can you imagine if fish wanders in with a cape on, like, I'm here to solve your problems, miss?
Vodka cranberry. Okay. See, I've never heard it called a Cape Cod. I've always called it. Oh, come on! I've always heard it called a vodka cranberry.
So Cape Cod is like vodka cranberry, miss. That's what you need. I'm out of here. That's how that story unfolded in my mind.
Really? Why did it have to be that way?
Yeah. Well, I was talking about, cod and the cape, and you're like, oh, vodka cranberry. Like, okay, well,
You have heard of the Cape Cod, the destination.
I could just see parties where a bunch of people are standing around the bar going, oh, this all tastes awful. Bam! Cape Cod with a cape.
It's like, what are you doing here? I just thought I'd show up
cranberry.
for the halibut.
The halibut. And then suddenly, across the room, halibut in a mask and a black cape.
A weird mask because it's got
But
two
first
eyes
I've
on
got
one
to-
side of the.
But first, I've got to pour these vodka cranberries for all these.
This is the silliest thing ever. How does this happen, Russell?
And then there's a fish off where they come out and they start dancing. It's a fish off.
Yeah.
Woo!
Now, when
Going,
fish dance, it just means flipping out on the floor. But still.
Oh, I could see that. That'd be a hilarious parody where the two fishes are dancing like animation style, and then you cut to real like fish. and come back to fishes dancing.
The quality of this live stream has gone down so massively over the past like half hour, which is about as long as I should have not been snot. I didn't mean to say snot. I should have not been on. Oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Leave the sentence fall where it fell.
I don't know. If you're having a good time, then just have a good time, Jess.
Lord Vader's dad lives on Cape Cod. Oh, who would Lord Vader's dad have been? Oh, there was no dad. There was no dad. It's just Shmee, his mom.
No, that's right. We don't know who his dad was.
Lucas made some stupid decisions with those prequel movies, like Metachlorians and stuff. So, whatevs. Cod with a cape or halibut in tights. Snoppy, yes, thank you for not letting me forget.
Who was it? Robot Chicken. Yeah, Robot Chicken Star Wars was great on that. And like, I'm your father. You're not my father. And also, the Force is just metachlorians in your bloodstream.
Like, dude, if you're not going to take this seriously, I'm out of here.
Exactly. There's a
like,
couple
Luke,
of
I'm your father. That's impossible. And something else, that's improbable. And then he's like, and then the Force metachlorians is like,
that's highly unlikely. But the best part of that, it was they actually used Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mark Hamill has had a really good sense of humor about that kind of stuff for years and years. But he also has a lot of experience as a voice actor, right? Because he did the Joker in the animated Batman series.
Yeah, he's had a great career as a voiceover actor. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Bettina says, I'm in the city tonight. Eric's calling, so good night in case you end before I'm done. Well, we're going to end before you're done. Because
put him on. Bettina, put him on speaker. Let's have a chat.
What?
I mean, you got to type what he's saying, but...
Yeah, it's not going to work. Darth Vader lives about 20 minutes from Cape Cod. I kind of feel like Cape Cod must fill up with tourists every summer.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Looking for clam chatter.
That's like saying I'm 20 minutes away from the Batcave. Nobody knows where the Batcave is.
Yeah, but everybody knows where Cape Cod is.
Not the Cape Cod.
It's literally a cape named after
the Cape Cod.
It's not the Cape Cod. I wish it was the Cape Cod, though. That would be so crazy. Oh, I'm being robbed.
It's like, oh my god. Holy shit, it's Cape Cod. No!
He's flipping out on the floor.
Oh my god, it hit my face. It was wet and slimy.
It's disgusting. It smells of fish. His biggest problem is seagulls.
Get out of here.
Mine? Yeah. Oh.
Mine?
I'm out of tea, too. All right. We still got 19 people here, but it's oh man, I'm going to be a bag of toys at work tomorrow.
I'm going to get out late tomorrow.
All right. So I'm going to shut her down so that I don't suck completely at work tomorrow. For those of you who are still here, all the way to the bitter end, the most comical bitter end.
The logger end.
The logger, yeah. The bell end. Oh, that's disgusting. Between now and next week, I'll see you next week, because why wouldn't you come back for this amazing show? Between now and next week, please be sane, be healthy, be safe, and be kind to one another. I'm not ending until there's a pea soup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you test me. I'll just go to bed and leave this thing on. I'll just like, okay. Peace out.
Okay.
No, I'm not being serious, for land's sakes.
All right. Peace out.